Hello and welcome to the Dragon Den. I'm King of Dragons 5000 and today I have another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Farewell Tour John Cena. The last time is now, and after 2025 you won't see him, and John Cena returns to the Dragon Den with this brand new figure. At first looks, it does appear to be a regular John Cena figure, however there are some things to talk about with this particular version. John Cena is going to come with his entrance hat as well as his entrance shirt. And finally we will get two pairs of hands with John Cena. As we take a closer look at John Cena, Mattel has done an excellent job with the modern day version of the champ. The formula used for John Cena is still pretty good, and I love the small details that this figure has. As we take a look at the head sculpt, it's a very good likeness to John Cena, as the photo reel brings out all those impressive details. And you can see that John Cena's hair is a bit combed back, as it is longer than it normally is, and I really do like the fades on the sides and the back of his head. John Cena is going to be using the same run-of-the-mill John Cena body that we've seen for several years now, but it still works. The muscle striation is very impressive, and it really does look like John Cena's physique. Although I do feel like his neck could be a little bit longer, it still looks proportionate here on this figure. John Cena is going to be using the muscular arms, which does look good, and I really do like the inclusion of the armband at the top of his bicep. Around his wrist, John Cena is wearing some sweatbands, one that says "You Can't See Me" and a blue one that says "Never Give Up." The waist on John Cena does appear to be one of the regular ones that we've seen in the past, however this is actually an Ultimate Edition waist, as he does have the drop down hips. On his back left pocket he does have the "Last Time Is Now" towel, and is done in red plastic. And his jorts are just going to be cast in this dark blue plastic, which do look good as it carries over all those really good details we've come to expect. However, there is going to be no paint wash along his jorts, so it is lacking that minor detail. John Cena is still going to have sculpted knee pads, which are going to be done in black, and they do look really good. And John Cena's bare calves will go all the way down to his shoes, where they do look good with some really impressive sculpt work. His shoes are just going to be done in black plastic, and they are going to have this white rim painted around the shoe. Overall, it's a fairly standard John Cena action figure, but I really don't have any issues, as using that Ultimate Edition waist is actually rather impressive. But it is quite apparent that this John Cena is lacking paint in some areas, such as his jorts. With his paint and details out of the way, let's compare John Cena to our usual suspects. As he's part of the Mattel Elite series, you can see that John Cena is going to scale with domestic toy lines as well as other WWE figures. But like always, he is going to be too tall for true 1/12 scale. John Cena is going to have a ball joint in the head. Arms hinge out to the side and do a full 360. A swivel in the bicep and double hinges in his elbow. Hinge and swivel at his wrists. John Cena will have an ab crunch as well as a waist swivel. Hinge ball joints will kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. Cena will have a double bend in the knee, a swivel in his calf, a hinge in the ankle, and rocker ankle. "2025 marked the beginning of the end for the legendary career of John Cena. It was only natural that Mattel was going to make some action figures based on some of his appearances, and I'm really glad they made this one particular version of John Cena. I'm actually quite fond of the color scheme with this Cena, as the blues and reds look very good, and I like the overall details on this particular John Cena. It also surprised me that he has Ultimate Edition style hips, and that's something I really wasn't expecting. However, I feel like Mattel should have gone all in with the Ultimate Edition line and just make this an Ultimate Edition figure rather than an Elite figure. Because this John Cena is lacking some accessories, I would have loved to see some alternate heads as well as some more hands such as fists and some style pose hands. But despite those gripes, I still think that this is a very impressive John Cena action figure. The last time is now. John Cena is starting to hit Walmart at the time I'm making this video, and he will run about $24. Any fan of John Cena is going to want to have the Farewell Tour John Cena in their collection, and this is a perfect figure to celebrate his illustrious career. So if you're able to track down this John Cena, definitely add him to your collection. And thank you so much for watching another video here on the Dragon Den. But before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out the rest of my WWE collections. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon, where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm King of Dragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.